What's up, HBCU Game Day family? It's your favorite cousin from Mississippi, D. James. Today, I'm actually at the crib on the beautiful Gulf Coast of Mississippi as the 2020 SWAC Softball Tournament is being held down here in Gulfport, Mississippi. Today, we have the number 3 seed Grambling State Tigers taking on the number 2 seed, the ladies from Alabama State University. So let's get it. The ladies of Grambling State were at bat first. So right here, number 10, Caitlin Moore, she makes contact with the ball, but she ends up grounding out at first base. Alabama State utilized Bailey Greenlee today on the mound as their number 1 pitcher, and she did not upset. Right here, India Wells comes up with a single. She makes it to first, and it's not a softball game if they don't celebrate and chant all game. Grambling State was unable to get any points during that run right there, so now we're going to the bottom of the first. Grambling State players are in the field getting ready, listening to "Put Me In, Coach," because everybody wants to play at the SWAC tournament. Alabama State comes up with a nice hit by Kendall Duramis right here. She ends up on first base, and I believe we'll speak on her again shortly. And when I say shortly, I mean like right now. Miss Kendall decides to take off and steal from first to second, and she makes it there safely. Alabama State pops one up in the air, and Vicksburg, Mississippi native Anaya Fultz, she comes up with the play, but Caitlin comes in from the outfield. She was trying to snag it too, but nonetheless, Grambling State gets the out. Decia Richard, number 24 for Grambling State, she was the one on the mound today for the Lady Tigers, and it was such a hot day and sunny day, it didn't even affect her. And as you can see, the ladies in the infield also were not affected as they come up with the final out of the inning. Deja Russell comes up with a nice hit here, ends up at first base right in front of her dugout. So the Lady Tigers and Deja, they celebrated. Coach Bradley at Alabama State really has a gem at pitcher. Bailey Greenlee makes the pitch, makes the play at first, and collects the out. The ladies of Grambling State had the dugout rocking. Boy, I miss exit 81. Richard delivers the final strike, the final K, to get the last out of this inning, and Grambling State feels a little momentum. Tamaya Johnson, the Memphis, Tennessee native, comes up with a nice hit, ends up at first, and if you haven't caught on by now, when we get on first base, we turning up. Caitlin Moore is back at the plate, gets another contact on the ball, and this time ends up driving around Maya to third base. Grambling State ends up driving in 2 runs right here, but sadly, those were the only 2 runs the Lady Tigers were able to get today as they played the ladies of Alabama State. Alabama State went into offensive mode. They end up driving in 1 run here and securing the runner on first. The runner on first being Miss Kendall, and once again, she steals from first and ends up at second base safely. And as they say, if it's not broke, there's no need to fix it. She steals for another base. She ends up at third. After a teammate makes contact with the ball, she successfully makes it across home plate. That was some good base running by Miss Kendall. Grambling State's Anaya Fultz pops one up in the air, and they return the favor in the outfield by tracking it down and getting it out. Alabama State first baseman Alex Massey comes up with a grand hit. She ends up at second base for the double. Alabama State is starting to apply pressure. Alabama State Jada Gardner comes up big as she drives in a run, but she continues to round the bases, maybe getting a little too greedy, and ends up getting caught in a pickle between third and second, and the Lady Tigers at Grambling State come up victorious. The Lady Tigers were not successful at their chance at bat, so we're back to Alabama State, and number 27, Alex Preston comes up big with a triple. She even drives in some runs, and this time she made it to a base in front of her dugout, and she celebrates with her teammates. Shortly after that, the Alabama State ladies drove in 2 more runs, bringing the final total Alabama State 10, the ladies of Grambling State 2. So once again, it's your favorite cousin from Mississippi, D. James, and you're watching HBCU Game Day.